What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if the next time we see Suicide Squad kill a Justice League, if that time will be DC Fandome 2022. So that's incredibly long title for sure, but I'm actually, well, I don't want to say the word worried, because obviously that could be spun the wrong way, but I kind of laugh when I think about this game being shown at DC Fandome, because we have kind of the uncertainty, right, of when we're going to see pretty much every WB game under the sun ever again, right? Hogwarts Legacy has its own camp that we've talked about. Gotham Knights, and again, I've said it before, you know, just coming out on a Wednesday morning, giving the release date, and then piecing out and literally doing nothing else that day, that week, is quite incredible to me that, that there's no interviews, there were no videos, there were no nothing. Now, again, as I've said, I do think we get that game a lot earlier than probably, I would say, Suicide Squad Kill a Justice League in terms of seeing it, right? It could be after Lego Star Wars. It could be in the early summer to kind of lead into late October. But, you know, then you have DC Fandome, and you think, okay, well, when we get DC Fandome, what would they show gaming-wise there? Now, Gotham Knights, I believe, no matter, because I don't know if they gave dates for DC Fandome yet, but even if you look at the last two, and even if there are dates, definitely let me know in the comments, but obviously the first year they did it was August, second year they did it was October, but it was mid-October. I think it was like the 12th or 13th, somewhere there. So even if they did it anytime in that range, you would still be doing it before Gotham Knights. So funny enough, Gotham Knights will most likely be a DC Fandome 3 years in a row, which I find hilarious. Number two, I'd imagine we'd probably get Wonder Woman there, right? Because we know that it exists. Now it's time to see maybe like an actual trailer. I mean, I liked what we saw. I guess, well, I liked what we saw in the sense that it was an announcement, and we know who's making it, and fine, but like we didn't actually get anything beyond that. So I would like to see, you know, a full-blown trailer or gameplay. And then Suicide Squad, yeah, I mean, like that's kind of it, right? Obviously, I want them to do, and I keep saying this, and really, this year, I don't think there would be a better, well, we said that before, but I don't really think there'd be a better time to do a WB Games or Discovery or whatever you want to say, a E3-like presentation where they just say, here, bam, 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 let's just show you the games. The issue is, most of their games are DC. I actually kind of wonder if the internal plan from them is just, well, because we make so many, like the percentage is so much more DC than anything else, we'll just show it at DC Fandome. We don't need to do a E3 presentation, because even if you did it right now, you'd have Lego Star Wars and Hogwarts, right? Those are your two non-DCs, and then your DC games, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and then also Multiverses, which I forgot in that first wave a minute ago when I was talking about them. Multiverses, the fighting game, right? That's the fourth one. So they have 4 superhero games right now and 2 non, and then one of them comes out in like 2.5 weeks. So really, you know, after Lego Star Wars comes out, you're gonna have 4 DC games and 1 non-DC game. And so because of that, I mean, I don't blame them. I just think it's kind of funny the way that it's all kind of worked out. But specifically when talking about Suicide Squad, yeah, I just don't see how we would get it before. I would love, and I have nothing wrong with this. I'd love to be proved wrong. I'd love for them to show it, you know, tomorrow, and for me to make a video saying, hey, I was wrong, and guess what? Let's talk about, you know, the gameplay that we just got. Now, we have gotten an okay amount from this game. Like, I don't want to say, like, oh, they've given us nothing. I mean, the game that made the least sense, I think, to be at the Game Awards out of the 3, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Hogwarts, was at the Game Awards, and that was Suicide Squad. I'm fine with that. I'm fine it was there, and it was cool, but I just think it was the bottom one of those 3 of which one should have been at the Game Awards or should have been shown, at least in my opinion. I don't know, because you have Lego, because you have Gotham Knights, I just don't see where Suicide Squad would fit in besides at a E3 or at a DC Fandome. Also, you have to think about, and I know I mentioned this in a past video, and I'm sorry about the error. I corrected it in the comments, but Jason Schreier, right, back a few months ago, had said, you know, Suicide Squad, you know, delayed till 2023. And for some reason, I forgot that was, like, them that said it, and I said it was, like, confirmed that it's being delayed. It's not confirmed, but, you know, while I don't like Jason Schreier as an individual at all, he knows his stuff, and that would be something pretty big to be wrong on, you know, Suicide Squad being delayed. So I will kind of just assume the game isn't coming this year. In fact, remember, I've always said the game wasn't going to come this year, but then we had him kind of, again, not confirming it, but, I guess saying his side of things. So that would actually help the case, in my opinion, that we don't see the game until DC Fandom, and that there's not really a need. That's arguably the bigger thing, that there's not a need to show the game until a E3 or DC Fandom. It's like, if the game doesn't come out this year, right? If it came out in November or December, which I guess you could say it still could, right? We could give it to them. Well, if that happens, then as we know for like what Gotham Knights just did, Hogwarts Legacy, hopefully in the next couple weeks or month or two, right? Like, they're gonna have to do it now, and I just don't see that happening. And so if they did show it for the next time at DC Fandom, say in August or say in October or say whenever, they could do another trailer, one more, and end it with a release date, February whatever 2023. And I do think you should give the date, by the way, if you're gonna show it one more time in the fall, give the date, because it would probably come out very early in next year, because it was probably supposed to come out late this year, right? And if it got delayed a couple months, it's probably just for like polish, making sure everything's good. So you should be able to give a date. So that's gonna be my prediction for it. I just don't see how it fits in right now with all of the stuff that they're doing, or I guess they're not doing, in terms of not showing literally anything. It fits definitely well with that, right? But no, I think they'll show it, probably a DC Fandom. I guess it's probably just sad in the way that we're not going to get it before that, but it's understandable in terms of, I think Gotham Knights and Hogwarts need to go first when you're versing it with that. Again, you can also throw in multiverses, right? You have to deal with that. Lego Star Wars is coming out, so like these are also things that are kind of flying, in the backdrop there. And then again, if the game doesn't come out this year, there's no pressure. Why would you show it right now, right? Because if it doesn't come out till a year from now, you can wait till the fall and then show it then. That makes sense. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all of my social media links, including our Patreon and YouTube memberships, are in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.